Hi and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can create crossword puzzle books in no time using Librava.ai. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to go to Librava.ai and then create an account, and you will be redirected to the studio. In my case, I already have an account, so I'm just going to click on go to studio. Once I'm on the studio, I can create a new project. So I'm just going to click on create a new project. Since this is crossword puzzle book, I can basically create a custom project where I can define like the title. In my case, is going to be like crossword puzzle book, and click on next. Then I can define like the paper type. I can also define like the cover, and yeah, we can define the size or the trim size. I'm going to create like a 6 by 9 inches crossword puzzle book, or let's go with the 8.5 by 11 inches book. This is also like common size for such books, especially if you are creating like these books for adult where you want like larger fonts. And yeah, in the interior, what we're going to choose is black and ink on white paper, because this is like crossword puzzle. I'm not planning to do any colors or any colorful stuff inside, so it's just going to be black and white. For the number of pages, you can decide how many pages you want. So let's say I would like to have maybe 50 puzzles. I can leave it at that, because later I can also create new pages and add more pages. Or I can just go ahead and have like 120 pages created right away from the beginning. This is just a recap on our project, and click create. Once we create, the project opens in the Librava editor. And as you can see, we just have all the pages created here. So you can see the number of pages. You can also click on the pages here to have this page by page like navigation and view. And if you want to have like a scroll kind of page view, this is what you have. This is like a default, but you can always change it here. You can obviously zoom in and zoom out from this button here, and you can have like a grid view by clicking here to see all of your pages and so on. So this is like the book that we want to create. And since this is a crossword puzzle book, we can also think of a theme, right? The first thing you need to do is basically do your research, you know your niche, and now you want to create that book. And once you have that idea, you can just go to puzzles here. And as you can see, we have the crossword puzzle. So you click on that. And now we have to basically just follow this wizard. The first thing we need to do is define the source. From where are we going to get the words? As you can see, we have AI generator, so generate theme-based puzzles automatically. So we just provide a theme and then we get all the words. But also, if you have already a custom word list, you can just use custom words and choose this one. And then here we have the ability to either manually add your puzzles, like you can see the word with the hints, and provide a title for the puzzle. Or you can also import a CSV. You can download the template for this CSV so that you know what is the format expected. And then you basically import that CSV by clicking here, and all your puzzles will be imported here. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to use AI. So I'm going to choose the AI generator to create these puzzles for me. Now, as you can see, the first thing we need to provide is basically a theme, right? You can click on auto suggest, rainforest animals, under the water, sea and stuff. Or I can also do something, let's say camping and nature. Okay. And then we want to decide how many puzzles we would like to create. Right? So I have like 120 pages. I can create a puzzle book. Let's say that's 50 puzzles or something. So for the sake of this demo, just to keep things fast, because generating words can take some time, I'm just going to go and say, okay, I would like to have like 25, for example, 25 puzzles. Then the number of words per puzzle, I can basically do 10, or maybe leave it at 15. The reason is like 15 is the maximum number of words, okay? Because some puzzles will probably not have 15 depending on how the AI was able to generate words that are actually creating a crossword puzzle, like they are crossing. So this defines the actual maximum. And then we create, we choose a language. So we can choose between English, Spanish, French, and different languages. For this demo, I'm just going to stick to English. And then we click on generate the puzzles. Now the AI is going to generate the word list and define our puzzles. Once that's done, we can actually continue the process. So this could take some time depending on how busy our systems are and also how narrow the theme is. So let's give it some time and we will continue. So we have our first batch of puzzles generated, and as you can see, we need to have like 3, so 2 more batches to go. But as you can see, yeah, we have our first puzzle, which has this title, and then these are the words and the hints that the AI generated. So yeah, here also you have the option to basically edit and change them. You can also review all of them, and as you can see, all the words are unique per puzzle. That's why it also takes some time, because we are ensuring that all the words we get are actually unique. All right, now I have my 25 puzzle generated, and as you can see, all of them, they have basically different unique titles, and we have 15 words in each of them apparently, so that's great. And now I'm just gonna go and click on next. And now at this stage, I need to select where to place the puzzles, right? So these are the pages that I have in my book. I'm gonna leave page number 1 to be the title. This is gonna be blank, and then maybe we can leave this one for how to play. And then this is gonna be like blank, and then the puzzles also here, we're gonna start by creating like puzzles. This is gonna be empty. So I will start by, our puzzle starts at page 7. And since I have 25 puzzles, I need to select 25 pages, right? All right, so I'm just gonna go up to here. All right, let's go here. Then I'm gonna click on next. And as you can see, we need to select 18, and this is basically how we are going to create the solutions, right? The solutions, how do we want to format them? So we want to have like 2 puzzle solutions on a single page, but to save us some paper, and since this is just solutions, I can even go ahead and choose like 6 puzzles on a single page for the solutions. And now it tells you that all we need to do is select like 6 pages. So I can go ahead here, and I'm going to do like, okay, this one is like the solution. So I'm going to just click on this, and now I have the solution, and just click on generate. Now we're going to use those puzzles to actually generate the puzzles for us. So if I can go to the first page that chose to have a puzzle on it, here you go. So for page number 7, this is our first puzzle. It's just got generated. And then if I go here, I can see the downs and also the cross as well. And yeah, that's pretty much how easy it is to create crossword puzzles. They are pretty well formatted. And yeah, all our puzzles are created. I can even go here for this grid view to show you that, yeah, all of the puzzles have been populated, as you can see. And we also have our solutions. And if I click on one of the solutions here, you can see that we have like 6 puzzles solutions, right? So that's great. That's how we can create crossword puzzles. But again, to make your book really unique, you can design the pages however you like, because everything you want you have here is editable. In fact, you can also customize how these puzzles look. So for example, I can basically decide to show like these black cells, so you have this kind of look. If you want, you can even change like the color, right? So if I want to have green, but in our case we are creating a black and white book, so it doesn't make sense. But just to show you that you can actually customize a lot of things when it comes to how your puzzles look like. And yeah, actually I can click on this, and obviously if I go, for example, to pink, I can change the color. I can also change the numbers and the size of the number here. You can also increase it, right? So, and now you don't have to go and, let's say, repeat the same process. Instead, if you like the format that you just did here, we can actually just right click and then say apply to similar. What this does, it will actually look for all the crossword puzzles that we have, and it will automatically apply the same styles as the one we just selected. So if I click apply to all, it will actually update all of the puzzles on the book to have these look and feel. As you can see, all of them now have these look and feel color. All right, so that's how easy it is to update, and don't do it one by one. Obviously, you can also edit the titles, and you can also change the fonts. So we have like thousands of fonts that you can choose from. So everything is customizable. You can change the font size and so on. And yeah, obviously, let's say you want to create borders. So if I go to, let's say, my first puzzle, which was on page number 7, right? This is our first puzzle. And if these are the margins, right? This is the safe margin that is automatically calculated to make sure that you don't go, you don't have any issues when you upload this book to Amazon KDP. So what you're going to do now, if I want to create a border to customize it, so I just go to elements, for example. I'm going to choose this square here. And what I can do now is just make this one as big as the page. Make sure that I'm also within the margins, right? You don't want to go outside of the margins. So I'm just going to increase the size of this. And then one way, for example, is just to create the border here. Maybe you can do 2 if you want, and then choose the color of the border to be black. And then I can also choose maybe some rounding the corners. And yeah, can just then go ahead here and make it transparent. Now, my page has a border. I'm gonna make sure that it is inside the margins, so it's in the right place. And now it's good. Now you are wondering, do I have to do all of these for all the pages one by one? The short answer is no. You can actually select this one. I'm gonna change the layer to send it to back. Okay, so now I select this element, the border that I just created, right click on it, and I'm gonna do clone to pages. So it will clone this border to all the pages, and it will automatically place it within the margins, like between the odd and even pages. It will automatically adjust its location. So when you click this one, it tells you which pages you would like to clone this element into, right? So this is the source, right? So I'm gonna just select all of my puzzles, selecting this one, and then I press Shift on my keyboard, and I can choose all the pages, right? So I'm just gonna do here and click like this. Now I selected all of those pages. And now you have the option to also link to master element. So by ticking this one, it means that the first element will be the master. So any changes you do to it, for example, it will be automatically applied to all other elements as well. So it's going to be linked to master. I'm going to do this to show you that. So you click on link master, and then here, for example, the styles, now we just want to link to master without the position and stuff, but you can also toggle this one. So now we are linking all the cloned elements to the master element, which is the first element that we just selected. And then any changes we do to the first element, it will automatically be applied to all of other elements we just cloned. So click on clone. And as you can see now, all of them are being cloned. And now, as you can see, when you select it, you see this master here, right? So as you can see now, all the pages have this border. All right. And just to make it clear on what that does, if now I change the master and I change the color of the border, for example, let's say I'm going to change it to this green color, all of the others will be green as well because we linked them to that element. So any changes we do on that specific master element will automatically be applied. And this is a clone, and you can see it is actually linked to the master. So if you click on a linked element, you can also see the option to detach from the master, or you can also just go and edit the master element, which will scroll you to the actual master element. So I'm going to change the border back to being black. Now all of the other pages will have the black border. So that's pretty much how you can customize your pages. Obviously, if you are creating some sort of crossword for children, you can probably add some stickers, some designs that you can just import from the media, or you can actually use AI to generate your graphics, right? So you can actually customize anything. And now let's go back to the title. So this is the first page. So I'm just going to go to text here and click on this heading. And I'm going to call this one campaign. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to do crossword puzzles. So I'm going to center the text. I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to just center the text. I'm going to select both. Maybe I'm going to increase this one. Just some design. You can actually design it however you want, but I'm going to select these, go to position, and I'm going to basically center them. Then I can actually group the two here and make sure they are in the middle of the page. So this is like the first page. You can add whatever you want into it, and then this will be blank, right? And then here you can probably just create on how to play crossword puzzles. For that, if you have content, you can do it. Otherwise, you can use our AI writer. So I'm just going to go here and say, write a page on how to play crossword puzzles. Keep it short and clear. Then click on generate. So the AI now will generate something for us. All right, so this is what it generated. So I can just choose the page. I am on page number 3 and I click use it. And obviously it will add the text here into our page, and then you can just format it, you can edit it. And then I'm just going to go to the position here and make sure it is in the center. And give it some margin at the top as well. Just give it some space. So yeah, just read through and change anything you don't like. And that's how easy it is to create how to play pages. Then we leave this one as blank. And then here we can just do the title. For example, I'm going to go to text and do this like as puzzles. And also increase the font of it. I can go to here, middle. Then we have a blank page, and then basically the puzzle starts, right? And I can actually just go to the solutions. Actually, I'm just gonna go here to have this view. And yeah, so what I wanna do, I'm gonna move this page to be here. And I'm also gonna move this page to be here, right? Then I'm gonna click here. So click on that page, and then I'm going to go here and just add a title to do like solutions. So I'm also gonna increase it. Make sure that you are having the same font size and the same configuration as the other one. I'm not paying attention to that, but for a production book, make sure like these tiny details, you are aware of them. And then we have a blank page, and then the solutions starts. All right, so that's how we are done with our interior. And in fact, you can actually look at the book by clicking on this 3D view. So if I go here to the first page and then I click on that, this is how our book looks like. So we have campaign, that's a title, and then we have the blank page, we have how to play, and then we have a blank page, and then we have the puzzles, and then blank page, and finally our first puzzle is here. And then the second puzzle, the third puzzle, and all of our puzzles are well formatted. They all have the border, as you can see. And then if I go to solutions now, and then blank page, and then our solution starts, right? Obviously the other pages we didn't create anything, so they are blank, but in your case, when you are creating a book, make sure to actually create puzzles for all of the pages you would like to have. All right. Now that our interior is complete, the next thing we need to do is actually create a cover. So just go to the cover page here. And this is a template for the cover. So if you are familiar with Amazon KDP, this is like the template for the Amazon KDP cover. And it automatically generated and adjusted, like all the margins are correct and automatically calculated. So you can see the red margin is basically the cut or the trim margin. This is where the cut will happen. The orange one is the safe area. Then we have this turquoise here representing the spine. And as you can see, you have this square here. This orange square is where the barcode will be. So this area, just keep it empty. Otherwise, anything you put here will be covered by the barcode once the book is printed. Now that we know how the template is defined, you can start designing your cover however you want. You can import graphics if you already have a cover somewhere, or you can design it from scratch. But for the sake of this demo, I'm also going to show you how you can use Librava.ai power tools to actually simplify that. So just click on the designer here. And as you can see, the designer has two options. Either we are designing an interior, that is a content page, or a cover. So in our case, it's a cover. So I'm going to choose cover. And I just give it a prompt saying that I would like to have a cover for crossword puzzle book for adults about camping and nature. it has, for example, in our case, we can say it has 60 puzzles with solutions. Okay. So, and then I'm gonna just click on generate. The more detail you provide, the better. For the sake of this demo, I'm just gonna keep it simple and see what I get. I just click on generate, and then we wait for the AI to generate our cover. And this is our cover. So I can actually click on use it. And as you can see, it created cover for us. And this is trying to create crossword puzzle. So I'm gonna just get crossword puzzle and put it here. So I'm gonna delete this one. And you see what, because it's nature, it shows this kind of greenish nature color. And it also created this image. So it's up to you if you would like to generate the image via AI or use something else. So yeah, for this demo, I'm just going to basically click on generate with AI, and it automatically populates the prompt for us. So I click on generate and wait for the image to be generated. As you can see, it's going to be generated here. And yeah, we have our image. So I just click on it and it's automatically going to be placed in our book. And it's pretty nice that it's created this cover in no time. It also added the title to our spine here. And yeah, what we can do now, I'm gonna reduce the size. Or what is it? This one actually. Oh, oops. So this one, no. I'm gonna keep it because that's the border that we have. You can actually get rid of it if you don't like it. And then what I can do, I can just go to the interiors here and I'm gonna just choose one of the puzzles. Yeah. Select it and then Command C to copy or Control C if you're on Windows to copy. Or obviously just click on this, right click and then copy. Then we go to the cover, go to the page, and then click on Command V to paste. You will get this prompt. In that case, just allow it, and we have pasted our puzzle here. So obviously the color don't match, so we can actually change it to something like this green. We can also add some elements to say like, so I can go to elements here, maybe some sort of, I can choose this one here. I'm gonna choose the color to be like red. I can do something like here. Maybe I can put it here. So, and then we're gonna do like some text and just click on this and do like new, or let's say volume number 1 if you're planning to create like series of books, and then choose this one to be white, and I can just do it here, right? Or instead of doing this, if you're creating volume, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the elements, do this kind of things here. Something like that, rotate it a bit. And then we can also just go here. Maybe I'm gonna send this one to the back. Send backwards, so the text is on top. And then I'm gonna rotate my text as well and have it here. Make sure that you are within the margins of the book, within the cut area. And yeah, so now we can actually change the color to be whatever we want. Maybe we want this one, or we can also choose green because we are talking about nature. So that's how easy it is to generate a cover for our book. Now that you are happy with your cover, with your interior, what we can do now is just export the book so that we can upload it to Amazon KDP. So for the cover, you are here on the cover, you just click on download, and obviously you select which cover you would like to download. If you are experimenting and creating multiple ones, to choose which one is a good one. Make sure you select Vector PDF and then click on export. This will also take some time depending on how busy the servers are. In our case, it's pretty fast because it's just one page. So just click on download. And as you can see, this is our cover that got generated and created for us. That this is something we can upload to Amazon KDP. And obviously spend some time to design like really eye-catching covers and do some formatting, change the fonts, play around to get some good designs, because you have all the tools to do that on Librava.ai. So this is our cover, and we're gonna do something similar for our interior. You just go to the interior tab here, and same thing, you just click on download. And obviously you select all the pages that you would like to download, right? Shift and select the last byte. So I'm going to create a book that is 150 pages and click on export. This could take some time. So again, you can always come back to it. You don't have to wait for everything to finish. You can just click notify me when ready. And when it's ready, you're going to receive notification and basically just click on download again, and you will be able to see the previous export that you can download. And now I click on download PDF. And now this is our interior that's pretty much well formatted and ready to upload to Amazon KDP. And these are our pages. As you can see, all of them are pretty well formatted and so on. So that's how you can use Librava Studio to create crossword puzzle books. And obviously this one we created just crossword puzzle book, but as you can see, you can mix and match different puzzles because you define what will go inside every single page. So you can actually create a more diverse activity book. Basically, you can have multiple content and multiple different puzzles inside the same book. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.